raw vegan on a budget. Making your mind up to make it happen or make an excuse. I have seen so many people living in the tropical areas or the Mecca of California where there's all these wholesale clubs and all this, and all of a sudden they don't want to do it anymore, so then the lifestyle is not affordable. Yes, it is. That's your excuse. So do you want to make an excuse? I mean, friends, I've been doing this on about $60, sometimes a little more now that I show more food because that's my job, you know. But I can do it on $60 a week, no doubt. And sometimes less, depending on what I'm eating or what season it is, you know. But cruising through the group, Roxanne. She had her first day at work. Yes, she did. Dear Tanny, yes, hon, today was my first day on my job. It's going to be an adjustment for me with my plan too. Busy day and I'm tired. I had celery juice in the morning. I had part of a smoothie. I took a large bottle of chia water to work with me and drank it. And I had a smoothie when I came home. The salad for dinner keeping things simple. We had an eye doctor visit today, and I think my plan is going to be a lot more smoothies, and I will not miss my morning celery juice that is set in cement and my 2 smoothies. Yeah, I only see 1 smoothie today, so yeah, let's up the smoothies. If I smoothie dinner, so be it. More time to relax and listen to the videos. They're health crack for you. We missed you yesterday, Roxanne, and you can do this thing, and this is what's brilliant when you see into people's lives and how they're doing it in different circumstances, because there is always an ebb and flow in our life, seasons of our life, so to speak. So yes, I'm very proud of you, and you continue to show us because that's important. And every time I see this wrap that Nicole made, now I'm going to have to go in there and make some crackers in a minute. Also, in the group, I posted this video I did yesterday over on Instagram. I thought it was good. Being healthy feels like on the other side. I want y'all to watch that. It's a part 1 and 2. And then I don't know if y'all saw my decadent recipe I threw in yesterday. What's for dinner, y'all? But epic. Who cannot be satisfied on that? The people that are actually not making that. They're not showing up with a streamlined existence long enough to feel good, to be satisfied, to get over their addictive cravings, their low-grade addiction to toxic chemicals in food, long enough for it to become streamlined, for it to just become part of who you are. You know? So I want you to watch those videos today and see what else y'all were saying. Yesenia's showing her smoothie. The day's starting out beautiful. Okay, where is everybody else? Where y'all be? I'm looking for you. I really am. Let me see some posts today. Give me some posts. Anyway, do you have any little rituals that you do for yourself that are like, just makes you feel like you matter? Like, here I am for the day. What's some of those things you do? I was talking to Jerry Lee yesterday, and she was talking about her little star chart she's doing for herself, and every day she earns a star. I said, you know, it would be awesome is after like 20 stars, you could get a reward. And she's like, what would I reward myself with? That's a good idea, but I know she's on a budget and all. And I was like, what if you you had hubby watch the kids and you walk down to the beach? She lives in Australia, right near this pristine coastline that she never goes to. I'm like, what are you doing? I would be there every day. But I was like, what if you walked on the beach and you, I don't know, had a little basket with you, and you picked up shells, and for every beautiful shell you picked up, you had a thought of gratitude. You have a thought of accomplishment for yourself, and that would be your reward. What if you rewarded yourself with some candles in the bathtub and you had some essential oils? Or what if you rewarded yourself with hubby giving you a full body massage? And I know him, and he would be all about that. And you showed up, you know, when you were 20 stars on your chart, closer to where you want to be, and you felt good in your body and your soul and spirit right then, and you could be in the moment. How about that? What do you reward yourself with? And what's little special things that you could do for yourself? And are you doing those things? And if not, why the heck not? You know, showing up in your life with here I am. But I want to talk to you about this, and I also have some additional videos to drop down below, but I want to talk about, streamlining your budget on this so that over time you aren't going to think like, this isn't doable. Well, it may not be doable because you're watching these elaborate recipes, not usually mine, but elaborate recipes, and you're thinking, well, I have to have 3 pounds of cashews. Okay, your budget's going in the hole. You do that enough times. Or I'll tell you what else will get you: dried mulberries. I've never bought those because every time I've seen them for like 8 ounces, they're like $16, and the recipe called for a pound. And I'm thinking, that's expensive. Or are you having to, like you see my recipe called for Mexican Fiesta organic spice, and you have Cajun. Okay, so here's the thing. Use that. They're interchangeable. Like the fats I use in my dressings, especially if they're nut butters or hemp seeds, they're interchangeable. Usually the acids, if you don't have lemons or limes right now, use apple cider vinegar. You can go to my page or my video, Make an Awesome Raw Dressing Every Time, and it's going to talk to you about the 4 components you use to make a well-balanced, flavorful dressing. And those columns, like, for example, the sweets are interchangeable, okay? If you don't have dates, use dry apricots and vice versa. So, yes, making excuses or making it happen is what it boils down to. When you decide you want to commit to it, other choices don't exist. Committing to your new lifestyle by simplifying and streamlining it. Do you have a master shopping list? I'm going to put in some shopping list video down below this. And since those videos, let me write that down. I have since then added a couple of different things into my diet, like chia seeds, and I don't know if I used hemp seeds back then or not. I need to do a new one of those videos, but I'll drop that down below. But it's really irrelevant because maybe my go-to recipe isn't yours, or the couple of things that I want to have at night. Maybe it's a different season, and you are finding other things cheaper because you're rotating seasonally. Because first of all, it's great for your health, and second, for your budget. So anyway, what else I want to tell you about that? Challenges are going to come. If you want longevity in this, you're going to change your mindset. That's what it boils down to. I can give you the nitty-gritty on exactly what to buy and all this all day long. I can tell you how it feels. I can show you the results. Until you decide, nothing's going to be solid. Decide to come over to the other side. Watch those videos. Health feels like ... the other side. Okay? Challenges are going to come. You have to stay. You have to be committed. It's what you need to realize. Okay, I'm committed to this. It's what I do. And you walk the fine line in the narrow way long enough until abundance is wide for you. Abundance of health and happiness. Okay? What makes it work is what you're going to do. And what makes it work is you doing those things. What's going to make it happen is you. You are the consistent factor in all those sentences. You are going to make it work, right? We're going to buy sale items, bulk items. I'm going to talk to you about that. What's your base plan? What are your go-to, like for example, you're going to go over to Costco's, or I would suggest you get a wholesale membership, and I'm not as familiar with Sam's, but at Costco's I can buy bulk greens for much cheaper. You need to invest in some Debbie Meyer green boxes so that you can get longevity out of your produce, okay? Put your stuff in there dry, okay? Because that's what's going to make it stay longer. You don't want to wash it ahead. You want to put it in there dry. When you bring it home from the store and you've got, say, these bulk greens, that's just their travel bag, okay? You unpack them as soon as you get home, and don't leave them. Always buy the greens at the store where they look like there's no condensation in there, because if there's moisture, rotting's already starting to happen. So buy those very dry. You store them in your Debbie Meyer green boxes. But that's the thing about these wholesale places. I can get a lot for less, and I can typically get organic. Then what things are you going to have in your freezer? Are you going to have like bulk berries? I can get those in organic. Bulk tropical fruit. What are you going to have? Because when you have those things like in your freezer, you buy bulk bananas on sale because they needed to sell them today because they think they're rotting, but they're really just perfectly spotty. But you can't eat all those 35 bananas, 65 bananas, so you freeze them. Okay, if you don't want to peel them, watch my video on peeling a frozen banana. I've gotten where I just throw mine in there in the skin because absolutely no air gets in. They're airtight, you know. Or if you don't like to fool with that, peel them, throw them in a baggie, and throw them in the freezer. So anyway, you have those in there. You have your frozen fruit, you have your bananas, you have your bulk greens, okay? Then in your cabinet, you have your bulk chia seeds. And I'm also going to drop in a video on my pantry before I get to y'all. I have to stock a couple things. I did not find them on sale on peeling a frozen banana. I've gotten where I just throw mine in there in the skin because absolutely no air gets in. They're airtight, you know? Or if you don't like to fool with that, peel them, throw them in a baggie, and throw them in the freezer. So anyway, you have those in there. You have your frozen fruit, you have your bananas, you have your bulk greens, okay? Then in your cabinet, you have your bulk chia seeds. And I'm also going to drop in a video on my pantry before I get to y'all. I have to stock a couple things. I did not find them on sale, and I wanted to have them in there. But anyway, I'll show you that today in the video. And then I will show you in real time, maybe tomorrow or maybe later today. But anyway, do you have your acidic? Do you have your apple cider vinegar there? What is in your pantry, okay? Having those things and buying those in bulk. I recently showed on Instagram where you can get now 2 giant bottles of apple cider vinegar. I think it's called something Village, but it is raw with the mother. And instead of being like $8 for one, it was almost $6 for 2, twice as much for less than $1, right? So anyway, that's the kind of thing I tweak, and I really look at that because I stay within my budget realm because I'm a one-woman show. I have all the bills and everything else, and if I didn't even have that, guess what? My daughter struggles like she's crawling up the side of the chalkboard with her fingernails along, you know, and all these things. I don't waste money. Even if I had it to waste, I don't. I pride myself in getting the most for my dollars and getting what I need, everything I need, and nothing I don't, right? So what's your plan for that? Do you have a shopping list for that? I would love to see that in the group. Are you all doing this homework? Let's see. So buying things in bulk, stocking them up, and putting them in your Debbie Meyer green boxes. Okay, also, do you have a market you go to that marks things down? My Ingles grocery does that, and I can find things at least half price. I need to eat them today, so I buy them when I need to eat today, okay? Also, my Curb Market, you'll probably see me go over to the ugly table where everything there is half price. And if I buy a lot of it, I can even talk them down. I'm like, hey, can I have this whole basket? It's like a giant peach basket full of tomatoes can I get these for $5? And they're like, okay, because they know they're going to have to throw them out. And I'm going to bring them home and I'm going to make those into dehydrated tomatoes. Or I'm going to make those into a peach salsa, and I can't eat it all today, so I'm going to put it in baggies and I'm going to freeze it for later. I'm going to cut those up. I'm going to put spices. I'm going to put them in the freezer for later. See what I'm saying? I'm going to make up tomato soup. I'm going to make up some of my best raw vegan spaghetti sauce ever. I'm going to put it in a baggie and I'm going to freeze it for later. Because you can pull out those freezer items first thing in the morning, either depending on how long you're going to be gone, put them on your counter to defrost, blend them up in your blender a little bit that evening to give it a little warm touch. Bam, you already cooked. The uncooked, though you didn't do a thing. You did it before and you reap the benefits later, and I like that. So anyway, you buy things at your Curb Market. You befriend these produce dudes, okay? People love to chit chat, and I'm like going to the grocery and I'm like, oh, well, looking around, and then Johnny comes over, hey, Tanny, how are you? I'm like, well, I'm kind of disappointed because I really was wanting to buy some of those cell bananas and y'all don't have any bags. And yeah, were you fixing to put any of these in a bag? And they're like, well, sure. And they'll hook you up because guess what? They don't care. And then they're not even like they need to ripen a little bit. People will do that. You show love to people and they'll show love. Go out into this world to give love and you will receive love. And that's how it works. What else? Okay, what about your basis for your fat? Don't get so elaborate. If you can find the, artisan almond butter on sale and it was half price that day, so buy several of those. You can stick them in the freezer. You pull them out when you're ready for it to be their turn for usage. Then you buy your hemp seeds in bulk. I would suggest you get those over at Costco's because I can get 3 times the amount for the same price at Whole Paychecks, right? I shop at Whole Foods when I want certain items, when I look for their sales, and I buy their stuff on sale, and I then buy several, like spices. I like to get my Frontier brand organic spices over there, but I never pay full price because why would I, right? And a lot of times they will have something over in their fresh produce section that's organic and on sale, and I will buy that because I love to get that over there, and I love the vibe in that store. So yes, I buy my wakame seaweed there. I buy my Dulce Flakes there, several things like that. So and I buy it when it's on sale. Anyway, and then I stock up my cabinet with that. So how's your cabinet stocking along? So being simplistic, in your cabinet, do you have like a go-to dressing components? Like, I'm going to put this again in the video, cabinet pantry dressing. Because basically, if you have hemp seeds in there, you have apple cider vinegar, you have maybe like dried apricots, and you have lucuma powder, you can make up a dressing. And everything's in there. And that's freeing when you know the components for your dressing are in there, and I'm going to put that video up. Another thing, dried fruit like that, dried apricots are a great deal at Costco's. You can get enough that's going to pack in 2.5 quart size 32-ounce jars in your cabinet full of, I'm talking about cramming them down with my fist in there, and they last a long time. You can also get the dates over there more in the bulk section too that are a little more dried out, or you can buy their more juicy dates. So anyway, where can you get the produce? And don't just think, well, I'm in here, let me just get all this at Whole Foods. You're going to pay, friends. And maybe that's not a concern to you, but what if you really could feel good about knowing that you were saving money and you were getting the things you needed? There's always a good cause for extra dollars, and it's sure not wasting them. What else? A Costco's membership, I have that. I always have bananas in the freezer. I can always make banana ice cream. I always have some green powders too, and I like Bimergy. I'm careful about buying ones that I'm not that familiar with because I won't like the taste. I like Bimergy, wheatgrass powder, and barley grass powder, and I find it on sale, and then I use a coupon code. Typically I can hit it up on Vitacost or Amazon for that. Other things I'll do too is I'm a barter person. I will like trade out coaching for the woman that runs, her name's Casey, runs Bimergy. I've coached her several times and we've swapped out, or she will like want me to make a testimonial on her new website or promote her stuff, and she'll like hey, I sent you this new blueberry powder to try, and I'm like all about blasting that out because it's fabulous products. So anyway, what can you do for people? What can you do? What can you do to make it happen? Do you do painting on the side? Maybe you do embroidery. You're going to do the things you're good at to make the money for the things you want to have. Making it happen and not making excuses. And you're going to become good at this because as your eyes are open, possibilities are everywhere. Having pride in saving, and feeling like you're living in abundance. Seeing gratitude for what you have, even if you have 2 spices, that's all you need. Having gratitude for the abundance in your life. Carrots are a great base. You can get those over there at Costco's. My Costco's has been having bulk buy organic celery, and I can get for about $4 or $5 5 heads of organic celery. Bam, that is like a steal. So they don't always have it, but also telling your produce people, I really will buy that every week. Can you stock that? I really like it. That's a great deal. You know, y'all provide that for me. I want to have it. And they'll do that. Again, becoming friendly with these people. What else I want to tell you about that? Don't get sidetracked on all these supplements, okay? If you've got a dis-ease and maybe you're taking a certain thing, okay, but notice and reevaluate yourself that after a while you may not need that anymore. Because you can really go down a rabbit hole with supplements, and it can really cost you an arm and a leg, and you're not really seeing any benefits because you're not actually getting the whole foods you need. You're not taking the things out of your life that aren't working for you, you know? Yeah. And in the end, really think about this. What this cost you can fit into your budget. But what if you're still trying to work on that? Okay, maybe you were living on ramen noodles before. So guess what? This is going to cost more than that because you were eating death. But here's the bottom line. If you don't have your health, what's that going to cost you? Everything. It's going to cost you a lot of medical bills. It's going to cost you a lot of insurance. I walk around with no insurance. I don't need it. Real food's my insurance. What is it going to cost you when you don't have your health? It's going to cost you everything. So anyway, I hope you picked up some tips from that, and I am going to link down below some videos that y'all will want to watch today. And I would love to see you post some things you do for yourself that really show self-love. And I would love to see you post your forever plan. Come on. And I would love to see you post something that's in your pantry, or just post something because I love to see y'all. Anyway, I hope you have a great day. I hope it's your favorite day. You've never seen this one before. Bye.